Good morning. It's Tuba Billy. So yesterday was a tragedy in Texas. So far I think the death tolls up to 21 children under the age of 10 and 2 adults. And you know, I knew it was gonna happen, that you know, Biden was gonna say something, and of course, what did he say? We need to stand up to the gun lobby. No amount of gun control laws would have prevented any of wouldn't prevent the Buffalo shooting. Would not have prevented this shooting. Because the way he got the gun was he shot his grandma and took it. Well, that's against the law. So, I mean, criminals are going to be criminals, and they're going to commit crimes despite strong gun control or not. New York has some of the strongest gun control laws there are. So, this is a tragedy, yes. But when you look at the statistics on the amount of homicides committed with guns compared to the amount of self-defense with guns, overwhelmingly guns are used more for self-defense. And they say, you know, the left will scream, oh, if it saves just one life, it'll be worth it. Well, what about the estimated 1 to 3 million people who saved their lives from using a gun? So, I mean, there's that. Who's got the green? There, I've got the green. But I think we should make schools as secure as airports and federal buildings. You know, I've seen some people say, you know, single point of entry. Well, yeah, that'll work until the guy who's bent on killing kids goes through a window. Someone wants to commit a crime, they'll find a way. Whether that's using a knife, an SUV, a spoon, a pencil, they will commit violence. And so single point of entry, that could maybe help. Armed guards, well, they kind of already have, you know, school resource officers, at least in Georgia they do. Not sure how well trained they are. The ones that I've seen are kind of not the epitome of physical peakness, if I could say that. But it's a deterrent. Even bigger deterrent, arm the teachers. Now, I'm not saying have every teacher packing heat. No, have a few teachers, you know, 1 or 2 on each hall that are well trained. Train them to know what to do in those circumstances. And an active shooter, train them what to do. And just that deterrent alone, you know, a gunman knowing that there will be resistance, would probably deter him. But if he does it anyway, at least there's something there to stop him. Because that's what these gun-free zones are. They're just targets for evil people who want to get as big of a kill count as they can before they get killed. I mean, the shooter in Buffalo even said that, you know, he looked at this because it was a gun-free zone. So I mean, they're gonna come even harder for our guns now. But the only thing gun control does is hurt law-abiding citizens. It's the only thing it does. Because criminals are going to be criminals. They're not going to abide by any gun control laws. The only way to eliminate gun violence is, well, to get rid of all the guns. And with more guns per capita than any other country, I'm pretty sure there's more guns than people in America. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Especially with how entrenched the Second Amendment is. If you come out with a gun confiscation or gun buyback, to make it sound less intrusive, there's gonna be a lot of people upset. I'd say more than half the country, because there's plenty of Democratic voters who like to hunt, like to shoot. Why they vote for Democrats who want to take away their guns, I don't know. But yeah, the Democrats have been out for guns for a long time. But given a situation, why is the government wanting to force victims to fight back with their hands when a criminal has a gun? That doesn't make sense. Give us something to even the playing field. Let us protect ourselves. If the criminals have a gun, let us have a gun. I plan on carrying just about everywhere I can. And it's pretty sad that, you know, I have to walk a fine line of being a criminal or not just to exercise my Second Amendment right. You know, these different things that are gun-free zones. It's going to backfire. I mean, look at the cities with the strongest gun control laws there are. Chicago, California, New York. They got some of the highest gun crimes. So don't tell me the gun control works. You're gonna keep pushing and keep pushing, say, oh, common sense gun control. No, there is no common sense gun control. You're gonna keep pushing until you get your universal background checks. But oh, well, there's no way to enforce the universal background checks without a gun registry. Well, now that we have all the guns registered, now we know what guns people have, and now we can start a list and go door to door and say, hey, we'll buy back your guns. There's a fraction of what they're worth, but and then it'll just go from one stage to the next until they're taking our guns at gunpoint, which is kind of interesting. The Second Amendment wasn't a suggestion. The Second Amendment is Second Amendment because if the First Amendment fails, the Second Amendment is there to protect us, the people, from you, the tyrannical government. Just be excellent to each other. Tuber Billy signing out. God be with you till we meet again.